Don't ever get it twisted, bitch.
See, but what you keep forgetting is that no matter what's going on, no matter what they did, no matter what he did or what she did, I love you. Me. I love you.
I don't want to say I'm feeling similarly, but I'm kind of glad that I don't feel like I overgas the verse. I can't really explain it. I can't really put my finger on it yet. I'm still enjoying it or whatever. But so this is what I seen, right? And I ain't even really plan to talk about this really much today. I only listened to it for one day. It's not a bad song, but the mixing of the song sounds choppy to me. Am I bugging? I think what it is Nicki does these things these days where and I don't know if it's just her, but the beat changes up too much. And I was listening to it earlier and I was like, okay, I do like it. Okay, the verse is coming back in. I don't know. I still need time to really analyze it and shit like that. And that Bigfoot flow and Met Galliana line is shit. I already heard it before, so it throws me off. I've seen what people are saying a little bit about that Bigfoot line or cadence or whatever. And I try not to think about Bigfoot. The Met Galliana line, when I first heard it, it didn't really gag me a lot because, we heard that already. I knew the Spotify numbers were not good because it got real quiet. And those numbers, are those numbers good or bad? I felt that, but I still like it. Yeah, I still like it for the most part. Okay, so yeah, so honestly, I really wasn't planning to talk about the numbers at least yet or whatever. So because when we spoke, it was the first day being out, and I don't know what the hell I was thinking, y'all. I told y'all, I was yeah, I'm not really expecting much, when it comes to chart and shit like that. But I definitely was not expecting this shit. 248,000 on Spotify, girl. When I seen that, I probably saw it hours after the number came out or whatever, and I said, "Are we serious? 248,000? Okay, I wasn't expecting it that low. I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting I think at least 500,000, at least 600,000. I think that's what I was expecting. So it did not debut on global Spotify or US Spotify either. And then so by the time I got on the internet, and I guess it had been a couple hours after the numbers had been out, so they was going off on the timeline or whatever. So how shit happens where if numbers come out and it's not good, you're not going to see a lot of the big chart pages posting about it because they don't want to get dragged by the other fan bases. So I stopped seeing reports on it. So I was like, whatever. So I didn't see this until today, until a couple of hours ago. And so it said, so this is the second day, right? So first day it was 248. Second day it went down to 207. And then third day, which was yesterday, it went up to 242.5 thousand, up 17.14%. A total of 697,000 streams. I don't know what the hell. Once again, I still don't know. It's still irking me a little bit that it hasn't crossed the million mark yet. On Spotify now, let's put it into perspective. On the first day streams, 248,000. Once again, we only talking Spotify, so we don't know Apple Music. We're not talking Tidal, YouTube. So it could have definitely touch a million with all platforms combined, but on Spotify alone it was only 248,000. Okay, so we're definitely we've definitely crossed the million mark at this point if we combine all platforms, but as always we cannot see numbers from all platforms, so this is the number right now from Spotify alone. Then there's the other part about it where there is the original version and then the remix, right? And so Wayne is definitely going to charge hold on. I'm talking and I didn't even plug in my microphone yet. So Wayne is gonna chart a couple of songs on the Hot 100, and so y'all know the rule with Billboard, right? Where when you have a remix, which is the remix artist Nicki won't get credit for the chart unless the remix outsells the original version, right? And so yeah, I think one of the last updates I saw from QC, it wasn't given that we weren't outselling yet, and so I don't know, every time I talk, it's facts. It looks as if they're trying to combine the albums, his bonus album and his original, and it's messing with the streams. We first debuted with the explicit version on Apple. Now we're showing the clean version. Once combined, we should see better results. Keep streaming. Okay, iTunes. And the last time we spoke, it hadn't debuted on three versions or are available on iTunes. The last time we spoke, it had not debuted on Apple Music yet. But of course, like it did debut on the top 200 of Apple Music. And yeah, like not really much here. There was the last update, Apple Music at number 111, moving up 6 spots. It peaked there, and that was the last update, June 12th. That's 2 days ago. So if there is no update, then that means it ain't looking good, because if it was going up, they would have been posting about it. Okay, so yeah, but let me see, where did it debut? That was number 17, iTunes Portugal, iTunes. Oh, look. Okay, so here's the predictions, right? It said number 52, banned from New Orleans, right? But number 52, that's only with Wayne alone, right? No Nicki Minaj credit yet. Depending on how we finish today, that was, I think, the Thursday, the ending of the tracking week. We can be credited on Monday. Make sure y'all buy all remix versions. We need both versions, clean and explicit. Top 10 on iTunes and Amazon before 11 hours is up. Yeah. So this was the last day of the tracking week. So, it's not really looking good right now. In terms of a debut, in terms of Nicki being credited for the debut. But, there is potential for week 2. Let's hope that they have some motivation to push for week 2. And I'm not talking about let's hope in my personal sense, because I really don't give a fuck, right? But like they want a chart entry or whatever. A chart entry would be nice, but that is why QC said that we have to keep streaming and stuff like that, because hold on, I think I passed it where it said here he said it's a new tracking weekend credibility. What? That's not the word. And credibility is still possible in the second week. Keep buying the clean versions and streaming on Apple Music and Spotify. So yeah, I let's see, like how motivated they are for the second week. So let me pause and read what you guys are saying. I've been streaming as much as I can. I like this song, but yeah, we have heard the line before. I think she switches it up well every time, though. I'm in love with the verse. I think Nicki A and I def feel fed. I wasn't expecting the song to do amazing on the charts. Yeah, I'm doing all that. I don't show the music right. Facts.
Somebody say for. It's your girl Vina Love, the Harlem Princess, your favorite princess, and this is Destiny Below.
Period.